Reddit DMs. I think this is something that lots of people sleep on with the Reddit DMs. I think people are also scared to do the Reddit DMs because they think that it's going to cause bans. However, I've noticed it really doesn't. So I'm gonna kind of go into how I do Reddit DMs and how it can increase conversion like crazy, 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 crazy. Firstly, you got to think when you're a fan going on these Reddit profiles, imagine all of the models that you're looking at just don't respond to your DMs, don't respond to your comments, all of that stuff. But then there's one model who just sends you one message on the DM, makes you stand out, put some hope into the consumer's head, and essentially causes a better conversion. So first, I'm going to go into how many. How many should you send out daily? What I do personally is I don't really count how many I do, but instead I just do it over a certain time period and I leave certain time gaps. For example, on some models, maybe do 10 with 5 minute breaks over 4 hours. For other models, maybe do, you know, 50 with 2 minute breaks after five or this or that. You kind of have to find what works for you. Me personally, I would say doing 10 with 5 minute breaks over 3 to 4 hours is a good place to start. And I've never been banned for DMs. I know some people who actually do DMs the whole day with a bot and they're fine with it. I don't do that, which I'll go into after. But yeah, that is that. How often? Like I said, what I usually do is I try and make it as realistic as possible. Reddit recently kind of shadow bans and bans you if you are doing bot-like behavior and bot-like acts. What is a bot-like behavior or act? Sending out multiple messages every minute for the whole day. That's a bot. No actual person is going to do that. So what I do is I imagine the model is 18-year-old and she goes to school. Maybe on some days, do before school for maybe 3 or 4 hours with some breaks. On other days, maybe do after school, 3 or 4 hours with some breaks. Maybe other days do before and after. Maybe some other days do the lunchtime. Just make it as realistic as possible. Don't do the same thing every single day because again, that is bot behavior. And kind of switch up the times. So going into bots, should you use a bot or should you not? Lots of people use Cupid bot. I don't. I have my VAs do it, which I find a lot easier. Again, it allows for human behavior to happen, which reduces bans. But also, yeah, Cupid bot's just been having a couple of issues recently. But you can use Cupid bot. I know many agencies that do and successful with it. What should you say? I do a bunch of different tests because I've realized different things work for different models. So that's what I recommend for you guys to do. For some models, I simply just send one message. For example, hey, sorry, get a lot of messages here. Message me over on my free. I'll respond ASAP. I'll remember your name and then put their name or something. And you just send that. If they respond, you'd ignore it. And lots of the times, fans will just get hope from that one message, and that will be enough to get them to subscribe. For other models, I do a kind of two-step process, which is something like that, but a bit more simpler. So I'd say, hey babe, sorry, get a bunch of messages here. How are you? Once they respond, then you would kind of convert them over to the OF in a slightly different way. And it also depends on what they have said. If they've complimented the model, obviously you want to go off the compliment. If they've just said hi, you go off that. If they said this, that, blah, 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 and so on. Essentially, that is it. It's as easy as that. You can start it whenever, start it however, test out a lot of things. You will not get banned unless you do it every day, all the time, and don't separate it out. Maybe even start with just 2 hours every other day and just take it from there at different times. And yeah, that is with Reddit DMs. If you want my templates on what I say in the Reddit DMs, I'm going to be throwing it in the Telegram. So just come over to the Telegram. Telegram's free. If you have any questions, you can message me. And yeah, that's that.